Howdy folks, Steve here, and I just wanted to make a quick end of the year video for you guys. I've been a little absent the last few months, and yeah, it's that time of year. 2014 is just about over with, and I wanted to show you the kits I built this year. And I've done this the last couple of years where I've made a New Year's resolution and talked about the resolution I made last year, so I'll do that as well. Just a quick little tour of the condition of the place. Same old, same old. Kind of a mess. Yeah, just decided to make a quick little video for you. So firstly, the resolution I made last year was to give all my kits plenty of time to cure. So after I paint them or top coat them, it was just a resolution to give them extra time to fully cure, because I was always very impatient and would move on to the next step before like the paint or the top coat had fully cured. And that occasionally caused problems, typically with like panel lining and stuff, or setting solutions for my decals and stuff. So giving stuff an extra time to fully cure was my resolution, and yeah, by and large I was pretty patient this year. The resolution definitely made me kind of take ease and slowly work through my kits a little bit and not hurry things the way I usually do. So I guess now, before I go into the resolution I'm going to make next year, I want to just quickly go over the kits I built. Let's see, so I think the first kit I built in 2014, or at least finished, I think was the Perfect Grade Mark II. And this kit was part of a group build I had started over on the Mecha Lounge. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Very clean, very crisp, lots of metallics, no pre-shading or highlighting or anything, which it probably could have used. It was a fun build, and pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think, I have no idea what was next. I think it was either the Zaku or the RX-78-3. So I guess we'll look at the Zaku first. He was originally going to be like a customized build, but I decided he was all prepped up and just sitting in a box, and I decided one weekend just to paint him up. I did some highlighting on him, which kind of brightened him up a little more than I really wanted him to be. But overall, very clean, very crisp. Pretty happy with the way he turned out. He's got a little heat hawk that I've been customizing that's not really finished. Over here we got the RX-78-3. I did some hex pattern on the shield. The overall colors on this kit were a little off in my opinion, just not quite there. This is my second attempt at doing a good G3, and I think I'm going to try again. I've actually figured out something that will make this kit look really good the next time I do it, so I'll have to find another RX kit at some point. Then I think I've finished up the Core Fighter here. It's heavily battle damaged, a lot of paint chipping. Got some LEDs in the cockpit. I do want to make like a little diorama base for it so I can wire the kit into that, but I haven't gotten to that yet. This was kind of my first go at like heavy chipping, using like chipping fluids and stuff. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It's definitely heavily battle damaged, but it doesn't look silly in my opinion. It doesn't look like overdone. It just looks like it's been through hell and back. So happy with the way that turned out. Still want to do a little bit more work to it. Possibly do some more weathering effects at some point. Let's see. Here we've got GP02 that I was attempting like a winter camo scheme. Didn't quite turn out the way I had imagined it would. It looks just heavily damaged and worn. But hey, it doesn't look terrible, I don't think. But yeah, having some fun just practicing weathering effects on this, doing fading and streaking and rust and stuff, chipping. More just a practice kit than anything. And I did snap and do a little bit of weathering on the the RX 3.0 kit. It's not painted, it's just snapped together with some top coats and some weathering effects, stickers. And over here we've got an Easy 8 and a Zaku. You got the Easy 8 kind of in a striking pose, trying to take down the Zaku over here. And the last kit I finished was the Jesta. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. I figured out a new technique of creating matching tones, paint tones, and I kind of want to use that technique on a G3 at some point. It's kind of where I figured it out. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. And that was another kit that I had prepped and it was in a box all cleaned up, and I just needed to paint it, so I broke it out one weekend and painted it up. Probably took me a week to finish that with all the decals and everything. And that is mostly all I finished in 2014. Pretty unproductive year, I think. I didn't get much done over the summer. I do a lot of mountain biking, so on the weekends I'm riding the chairlift and taking my downhill bike down the mountain, and during the week I am doing cross-country riding, so very busy summers. It's a lot of time outside, camping and stuff. Not much time on the workbench. And I've got several other little projects that I'm working on, works in progresses and stuff, things I'm practicing, testing out. I do have the Banshee over there that needs to get finished up, get all the LEDs in that. LEDs are like work for me, so I really gotta focus and think about just going to work to do that. So not always the most fun thing for me to do is do LEDs, so just need to psych myself up to finish that kit. I'll try to do that sometime in the first half of 2015. So with that, I'm gonna give you guys my resolution for 2015. What I want to do, get back into like the maker mentality of model building, try to separate myself a little more from the fanboy Gunpla base, which is kind of silly at times, but just want to get back to the maker mentality, do more resin casting, scratch building, a lot of just model making. You can see here I've got some dioramas I'm starting. I kind of want to just get a bunch of scenery stuff so I can just play around with different scenes, try to create some cool dioramas. Those are HO scale bridges and buildings, which is 1/87th scale, which is pretty close to 1/100th, but a little bit bigger, but perception wise they're pretty equal. And the problem with the HO scale stuff is it's really expensive, but you can find some really cool stuff that isn't really scale specific, like just girders that can come in any different size and shape. Here we've got like highway girders, which are huge compared to like these much smaller girders that could be used for like scaffolding and hanger bases and stuff. So HO scale stuff is very useful for what master grade. But I do have something coming. It was supposed to be a surprise a few months ago, but it's been very heavily delayed, and I'm not expecting it until the end of January or in February. So it's still going to be a surprise, and when it gets here I'll definitely do some videos on that. But it's kind of been holding me up on some of my other projects that I've been working on, so hopefully it gets here soon. Oh, and lastly, on the workbench I've got a full armor kit that I'm working on right now. I'm just kind of cleaning up the pieces. I've almost got the kit all cleaned up, and I can wash up the pieces, and I may just put it away in a box, and then when I feel like painting it, come back and paint it, but we'll see. Still working through that. And that's gonna do it. Hopefully this doesn't run too long. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.